33F, VP of People Operations, at Meridian Motor Collective. We run a luxury dealership chain, moving Bentleys, Maseratis, and Range Rovers to startup millionaires in sneakers who impulse buy $170,000 cars. Base pay is $198,000, full benefits. An Elise Audi master's degree in cultural studies and labor relations thesis was on the service bay as a masculine territory, deconstructing the wrench/body binary. I do not work in HR. I am an embedded ethnographer observing a hostile clan. I see my job as an ethical mission. I am here to domesticate the animals of late-stage capitalism. Single, obviously dating feels like theater mixed with invoicing live, alone in a raw concrete condo that looks like a bunker designed by an architect with unresolved anger. Everything in my place is white, charcoal, or matte black. I own exactly one piece of art frame print of a single blue line across a blank field. It symbolizes the boundaries I maintain. I get up at 5:15 every morning, not to work out to align my intentions, drink hot water with lemon and cayenne, scan 3 news apps so I can stockpile outrage before sunrise. My life is a fortress built from solitude and self-discipline, and then I go to work. Meridian is a rolling museum of toxic masculinity, upholstered in imported leather. Main showroom is all glass and steel. Like a tech church for rich men, smells like tire dressing, espresso, and cologne that costs more than groceries. My office is upstairs with a view over the sales floor. They call it the watchtower. Sometimes the ivory cage either way they think they're funny from up there. I can see everything sales staff, maybe 90% men, circling clients like sharks in Loafer's service department in the back. 100% men, slamming tools into metal and yelling over engines, constant noise, revs, laughing high fives, cracking like small explosions. It lights up my sensory issues like a fire alarm. I tolerate it because this is field work, because there is a target. The enemy has a name. Vincent, general manager of the Bentley store, mid-50s. Silver hair, spray tan, bronze. Like he was dipped in caramel at a golf club, wears suits that cost more than my monthly student loan payment used to be, calls everyone kid, boss, or captain, refuses to use the HR platform. I rolled out says it, slows down real business, still keeps customer info on index cards in an actual Rolodex. Like it's 1987, he generates around 58% of the group's profit. Because of that, the owner, Mr. Whitmore, treats him like a crown prince. Vincent is the center of my professional suffering. Worst part is he is likable, and likable is the most dangerous form of workplace rot. He holds doors open, asks about my weekend, which is just forced intimacy dressed up as manners, buys lunch for the whole team. Every Friday, weaponized generosity, purchases, loyalty, one sandwich tray at a time. I have a file on him, almost 3 inches thick, nothing ever sticks. He knows exactly where the line is and he does little dance steps on it like Gene Kelly. Tuesday morning, the ritual I get in at 8:40 a.m. Showroom is already humming. Vincent is planted at the espresso bar like he owns Oxygen Holding Court. With 2 sales guys and a detail manager, he spots me immediately. Morning, Harper. Look at you, all executive today. That jacket means somebody's getting audited, huh? Comment on my clothes turned my authority into a joke. Before I even reach the stairs, I push my glasses up. Good morning, Vincent. It's a blazer. I have a meeting with the service director about the new workplace sensitivity modules. He gives that soft laugh he uses when he wants witnesses to think he's harmless. Right, the sensitivity modules. The guys in the shop are loving those. Nothing says horsepower like mechanics discussing feelings. Mockery publicly undermining a company initiative. I feel heat crawl up my neck. Emotional literacy improves safety and communication, Vincent. He nods like he's humoring a child explaining space aliens. Sure. You want a macchiato? Nico just pulled a fresh batch. No thank you. I don't do dairy. We got oat milk. Almond too. We're inclusive now, remember? I'm fine. I walk away, can feel him watching me. Not creepy almost, worse amused, like I'm the punchline. He hasn't said out loud, yet he thinks I am a joke. He thinks my department is a joke. He thinks he's insulated by commission, sheets and quarter-end numbers. He moves cars that hit 200 miles per hour in his mind. That makes him untouchable. I go upstairs to my office, close the door, Turn on the white noise machine, rainforest setting, fake birds, steady rain. I breathe, I recenter. He is just a man, I am the future 11 a.m. Trigger event email hits my inbox from Maya. Maya is new, 23F sharp, motivated, used to work high-end retail, before coming to us only woman on the Bentley floor. I hired her on purpose strategic disruption of the boys club ecosystem subject line. Not sure how to read this feedback. I open it, immediately, pulse jumps. This is it. This is the opening, the thing I've been waiting for. I tell her to come upstairs. She walks in looking tense, wearing the company polo, but she tied it at the waist so it actually fits her. I register the uniform, alteration disapprove internally, decide to ignore it in service of the larger objective. Sit down, Maya. This is a safe space. Tell me what happened. She twists a ring on her finger. It's Vincent, and a customer, Mr. Bennett. Go on, tell me everything. I ready my legal pad documentation mode. Mr. Bennett was looking at the Continental GT Speed. I was walking him through the specs. I know the specs, Harper. I studied the manual all weekend. I believe you. You're qualified, because she is, and I need her steady. But Mr. Bennett kept looking at Vincent. And then Vincent came over and put his hand on my shoulder. Physical contact without consent. I write it down, hand on shoulder, uninvited. Then what? He said, Mr. Bennett, let me handle the numbers. Maya's great with the interior trim and stitch options, but let's talk real numbers. I actually gasp, full audible gasp. The nerve reducing a female sales professional to colors and stitchings in front of a client implied I can't handle numbers or mechanics, because I'm a woman in front of a customer on the sales floor. Public humiliation wrapped in a smile, and Maya keeps going. Then he winked at me and said, why don't you grab us some water, sweetheart? Go work your magic on the barista. Sweetheart magic. Go fetch water, 3 hits in 1 sentence, the misogyny hat. Trick turns her into staff support and showroom decor. At the same time, I am literally trembling, hands cold, face hot. I look at her and make my voice soft. How did that make you feel? Mad and embarrassed. I wanted that deal. Commission on that one would have been like $3,200. There. It is the practical reality. The thing people like Vincent count on. I lean forward. It's not about the commission, Maya. It's about the erasure of your professional identity. This is economic violence, she blinks at me. I mostly just wanted the commission. For 1 second, I almost lose momentum because she is talking about survival, and I'm talking about theory. But no, stay on mission, we're going to get you justice. I'm filing a formal incident report. Her eyes get wide immediately. Wait, please don't make it a whole thing. Vincent has a lot of pull here. If I complain, the other guys are going to ice me out. Retaliation, classic, predictable, illegal. I say it before she finishes. That would be retaliation, and that is illegal. Trust me, Maya. I am here to protect you. She nods, but not like she believes me. More like she's trying to leave without making me mad. She walks out looking uncertain. Door closes, and I just sit there for almost an hour staring at the white wall behind my desk. Report notes in front of me, pen in my hand, because I already know the script. I take this to Mr. Whitmore, he calls Vincent. And Vincent does the little frown and concerned voice. Harper, I was trying to help her close. Client was old school, just reading the room. Then Whitmore leans back like he's a wise king balancing the kingdom. Harper, you have to understand the culture. Intent matters. Sales is different. Translation. Nothing changes. I need more than one complaint. I need something he can't smile his way out of. I need proof so undeniable nobody can hide behind. That's just how sales works. I need to prove the whole environment is hostile by design. Not random comments, not isolated moments. A system. A machine built to push women out. Wednesday the slide starts. I spend the whole day observing, really. I'm posted at my office window like a prison sniper without the rifle watching. The floor tracking patterns, who talks to, who laughs. When I walk by, Vincent is at the finance desk with Ron, finance manager. They're both hunched over a phone, laughing. Of course they are, probably rating female customers, or mocking someone from service, or me. Mostly, likely me. Ron looks up first. Then Vincent, he sees me in the glass, raises his hand, gives me a fake military salute, like I'm some cartoon hall monitor. He knows I'm watching. He wants me to know. He knows he is mocking the surveillance cold, not in my stomach, tight and hard. They are talking about me. I don't hear words. Don't need to. I can feel it. The floor has a frequency and it is pure hostility, like static coming off all of them. I go downstairs and do a walkthrough in service. The second I step in, conversation drops. Not slowly, instantly, like somebody hit mute air tools, die down one by one. Someone lets a wrench slip, clang in the sudden quiet. It sounds like a gunshot. Every head turns. The service director, Tom, wipes his hands and comes over. Afternoon, Ms. Harper, flat voice, blank face, performing compliance. I can feel the resentment under it, like heat under asphalt. I do my inspection, safety stations, PE signage, incident reporting board, everything technically in place, and then I see the respect poster, respect in the workplace. The one with the gender-neutral figure icon. Someone drew a mustache on it in black marker, tiny little joke, tiny little act of vandalism, tiny little message. We see your program and we spit on it. I take a photo. Immediately evidence time-stamped. I go back upstairs, shut the door, rainforest machine on, and it still feels too loud. I feel cut off, like I'm in a tower, surrounded by people who hate what I represent. Fortress of enemies. I need ears on the ground. I need to know what they say when I'm not there. When the warden is gone, I don't use company. Wi-Fi, absolutely not. I turn on my personal hotspot, open my laptop, start digging, searching long-range audio monitoring, voice-activated recorders, remote upload devices. I end up on a site called Sentinel Spy Supply. Looks like it was built in 2014 by a divorce lawyer and a prepper. I find a kit called EchoTrace 3600, marketed for nanny cams and home security. Tiny units, magnetic backs, voice activation, Wi-Fi sync, cloud upload claims, AI transcript support. Price is $1,340 for a 6-pack. I actually freeze for a minute, cursor hovering over the button. Is this ethical real question? Not fake performance. Question, is this too far? Then I think about Maya standing in my office twisting that ring. I hear interior trim and stitch options. I hear sweetheart. I see the mustache on the respect poster. I think this is a war, and in a war you need intelligence. They don't follow rules unless the rules protect them. Why am I the only one expected to stay pure? I click add to cart, use my personal Amex, not company card, not traceable to operations. Budgets, ship it to my condo, hit confirm. And I feel it immediately, that rush dopamine right in the chest. Like I finally did something. Instead of documenting my own helplessness, I am taking control. Back package shows up, Friday afternoon, plain brown box, no branding. I carry it inside like contraband. Spend the whole weekend reading manuals, watching setup videos, testing range and sensitivity in my apartment. I put one unit by my cat's litter area as a test. It picks up everything. Scratching water, fountain trickle. The AC clicking on. From the hallway vent, the app turns audio into text. Automatically not perfect, but more than enough. This is it. This is the tool. This is how truth stops being he said, she said. I name the operation Project Glassbreaker. Create an encrypted folder on my personal laptop. Nested folders by location, office, finance service, locker room. I buy a burner phone from a gas station 2 towns over, cash. Set up the app on that. Only no personal Apple ID, no sync. I can feel myself changing, becoming procedural, becoming invisible, a ghost in my own workplace, the shadow in the rafters. Monday night infiltration. I stay late on purpose. Tell the janitor I have payroll discrepancies to fix before morning. He shrugs. Doesn't care. People already think HR lives in spreadsheets and resentment. I wait until after 9 p.m. Showroom lights mostly off. Just emergency glow and the moon through the glass. The cars look unreal in the dark, like sleeping predators, paint reflecting little strips of blue-white light. I have keys all access badge. HR clearance gets you into every room. If nobody questions why I start with Vincent's office, of course it's exactly what you'd expect. Mahogany desk, leather guest chairs, crystal bowl with wrapped mints, humidor on the credenza, fake family warmth and real money. I slide the first device under the front lip of his desk, near where his knees would be. Magnet catches clean, can't see it, unless you're on the floor. Second one goes behind the fake ficus in the corner, angled toward the seating area, where he does his relationship building. Then the finance box, small room, printer, hum deal, jacket stacked. This is where they grind people on rates and terms, while pretending it's math. This is where the actual dirty talk happens. I crouch stick one device under the printer stand, light blinks. Once good move to the service break room, belly of the beast. Metal lockers, stained microwave, old coffee smell, grease on every surface. No matter how often they wipe some faded swimsuit calendar from like 5 years ago, still pinned near the fridge being in. There makes my skin crawl. I place one unit on top of the vending machine, push it all the way to the back edge where nobody cleans last device. Men's locker room. I stop at the doorway for a second hand on the frame. This is the line, right? This is the point where normal people turn around. Is this too far? Answer comes fast. No privacy is a privilege for people not using power to degrade others if they have nothing to hide. They have nothing to fear. I step in work quick, place it behind the paper towel dispenser, near the sink's magnet, locks invisible, done. I leave the building and try to walk normal heart, smashing against my ribs so hard it hurts. Adrenaline everywhere, feels like I just planted explosives, except it's not a bomb, it's a truth bomb. I drive home without music, hands tight on the wheel, get inside, kick off shoes, open the burner, app, 5 green dots, online, 5 feeds connected. I smile for the first time, all week, like something feral. I am the Eye of Sauron, now harvest day, one Tuesday. I can barely do my actual job. Burner phone sitting in my desk, drawer the whole time. Notifications start hitting the burner, phone in my desk drawer all morning. Audio detected device, 1. Vincent's office. Audio detected device, 4. Service break room. My pulse jumps every time it buzzes. I want to open the feed, right there, and listen. Live, I can't risk getting caught with headphones in. During work hours, can't risk my face giving something away. So I wait, and the waiting makes me insane. I watch Vincent on the floor from upstairs. He's laughing with a customer near the espresso bar. Hand on the guy's shoulder, big smile, back slap. Customer laughs too. All of it looks like a commercial for masculinity. Performative, rehearsed, smooth. And all day I'm thinking, tonight I get the version behind the smile. The day crawls. I sit through a meeting about 4:01, K enrollment compliance and matching percentages. I'm nodding at the right times, taking fake notes completely on autopilot. All I can think about is the audio. The raw feed, unfiltered language evidence Tuesday night, back home. Thai takeout on the counter, laptop, open headphones on lights, low burner phone next to the keyboard. I start with Vincent file, one timestamp, 9:15 a.m. Coffee cup set down, paper shuffling, Vincent's voice first. That Mulliner allocation lands next month. Ron from finance. We've got a waiting list from here to the moon. Vincent. Then bump the markup 45 over sticker. If they want the badge, they can pay the tax. Ron laughs. Savage. I love it, Vincent. It's not savage. It's supply and demand. Pause chair. Squeak. Then Vincent again. You see Harper this morning? My breath catches. There it is, here we go. Ron. Yeah. Looked like she was sucking on a lime like always. Vincent exhales through his nose. Half laugh. She's under pressure. Whitmore's on her about turnover numbers. Ron. She's a buzzkill, man. I made one joke about rates, and she gave me a TED talk on predatory lending. Vincent. She means well. She's academic. She doesn't get street game. Thinks you can move a 6-figure car with a dissertation. Ron. She needs a life. Small pause. Vincent's tone changes, less amused, more warning. Easy. Don't be that guy. She just needs a win. Needs to feel like she's part of the team. Maybe we bring her to track day next month. I pause the recording, sit there frowning at my own reflection in the dark laptop screen. This is not what I expected. I expected open contempt, cleaner targets. Vincent just defended me, or looked like he did. No, not defended, managed, soften the language, reframe me as fragile. Needs a win, part of the team. That's not respect. That's condescension in a cashmere coat. And Ron's comments are still harassment. Doesn't matter that I wasn't in the room, it reveals mindset. Mindset creates environment. Environment creates harm. I open my spreadsheet, new tab, behavioral incidents. Week 1, log it line by line, 9:18 a.m. Speaker, Ron. Offense, disrespectful remarks toward department head / hostile commentary, 9:19 a.m. Speaker, Vincent. Offense, patronizing framing / benevolent sexism / professional diminishment. I keep typing until my fingers hurt. Then I switch feeds. Service break room, next this one will be worse. Has to be, file 12 lunch hour. Microwave beeps, plastic wrappers, 2 mechanics talking over the hum. One of them is Jace, other one sounds like Eddie Jace. That new lift is garbage. Locked up twice on me today. Eddie, tell the queen. Maybe she'll write a policy memo about it. Both laugh Jace. Harper, she wouldn't know a lift from a lipstick tube. More laughter Eddie. She walked through here yesterday looking like somebody ripped ass in church. I swear she hates us. Jace, she thinks we're all grease monkeys. She's got that look. You know the one. I went to college and you didn't. Eddie, whatever. As long as payroll clears, bag crinkling vending machine. Thud Eddie again. You see the blonde up front? New sales girl. Jace. Maya? Yeah. She's crazy pretty. Way out of our league though. Eddie snorts. There ain't leagues. Man, she's the best view in this whole building. I'd sign papers on a junker if she smiled at me like that. Jace, relax. She's got that private school vibe. She ain't looking at guys with grease under their nails. Eddie, I'm just saying she shouldn't be selling the cars. Put her on the hood and you'll move inventory all day. She's a distraction. I ripped the headphones off for a second, stomach rolling, then put them right back on. Because now it's exactly what I said. It was objectification, professional erasure, class, resentment, gender hostility. All in one lunch conversation between men, turning wrenches. I hammer the keyboard so hard it rattles. Speaker, Eddie. Offense, sexual objectification of female employee / undermining, professional competence. Hood comment. Speaker, Jace. Offense, class-based stereotyping / anti-education, microaggressions. Speaker, both. Offense, derisive language toward HR leadership / culture, non-compliance indicators. I keep listening and listening and listening 4 straight hours. Vincent's office finance box. Service room back to Vincent again and again. I finish almost 3 glasses of wine without noticing. My takeout goes cold on the counter. I am building a case now, not a complaint, a case. This is not one bad comment, not one misunderstanding. It's a culture. They resent me. They resent education. They treat every woman as either decoration or inconvenience with what I have already. I could probably justify terminating half this building. I go to bed feeling almost peaceful, vindicated, steady, not paranoid, correct. Week 2. I leave the devices in place, tell myself it's temporary. Tell myself I just need enough to establish pattern by Wednesday. I'm hooked, fully addicted to the listening. I start timing my evenings around it. Dinner, shower, headphones, transcripts. I know things I should not know. I know Vincent is panicking about his daughter's college tuition, heard him whispering to his wife about payment deadlines. I know Ron is sneaking donuts in the supply closet while telling everyone he's cutting carbs, heard the rapper, and him literally moaning over a powdered one. I know 2 techs are doing side work after hours using company tools. They talk prices and whose driveway they're meeting at. The knowledge gets in my bloodstream. I start walking the showroom with this tiny secret smile, like I have X-ray vision. I look at Vincent while he's joking with a customer and think, I know you booked a cardiologist follow-up for your blood pressure. I heard you say the time. I know what scares you, and it gives me power, real power, or at least it feels like it. Then I start testing it, baiting the tank. I send a memo to service about proper authorization and tracking for company. Tool usage, generic language, routine, policy tone. But I know exactly why I'm sending it. I want to hear the reaction on tape that night. Service, break room, feed. Jace first. Paper. Rustling. You see this? How the hell does she know about side jobs? Eddie, I'm telling you, man. She's a witch. She got cameras all over this place. Jace. or somebody snitched, Eddie. If I find out who snitched, they're gonna need body work, they laugh after it. But my hand is already on the keyboard. Threat is a threat even with laughter. I log it immediately. Speaker, Eddie. Offense, workplace violence language / level 1, threat indicator. Context, suspected retaliation against reporting party. My spreadsheet is getting bigger than payroll. My tabs multiply. My sleep gets worse. I start hearing contempt in normal conversations. Someone says, "Morning too flat." I log it mentally. Someone laughs across the showroom. I assume it's about me. Someone closes a door a little too hard. I feel attacked. I'm losing the edge between evidence and interpretation. And I know it, but I keep listening anyway. Because every time I think maybe I'm overreading another clip proves me right about something. Friday of week 2, late night wine glass on the desk. Again transcripts downloading. I move to the locker room, feed the one I told myself was backup, only the one I barely checked the first week file. Name queue, loads. I stare at it for a second. This is the smoking gun, I can feel it. I click the first locker room file and hit play. This is the file I dread and crave at the same time, the one I keep hovering over and avoiding. File 91, 5:32 p.m. Shower noise in the background. For half a second I think Vincent is in there. Then I remember he uses that executive gym downtown with the cold towels and eucalyptus nonsense. Voices come through. Ron and one of the sales guys. Kyle. Ron starts it. So, HR, Kyle laughs. Bro, she's completely out of control. She wrote me up for calling a car sexy. Ron, she's a liability. I think Whitmore's looking to replace her. My heart literally stops for a second. Replace me. Kyle, seriously? Thank God. She sucks the oxygen out of every room. Ron, yeah, but they gotta be smart. She's the type who sues. Probably has a manifesto in her desk. Kyle, she's nuts. Bet she watches us on the cameras. Ron laughs. Let her watch. Maybe she'll learn what an actual job looks like. I rip the headphones off and then put them right back on hands. Shaking, they are plotting against me. This isn't gossip. This is coordination. This is owner-level strategy, leaking through locker room talk, constructive dismissal, retaliation, pretext building. They are moving, which means I have to move first. I cannot wait anymore. I have over 200 hours of audio. I have a 62-page report. I have transcripts, timestamps, patterns. This is the moment I am dropping the nuke. Monday morning, I request an emergency meeting with Whitmore and outside counsel. Ms. Caldwell, corporate attorney, expensive suit, cold eyes, absolute shark. I respect her, in theory. She understands power. She will understand what I found. 10 a.m. Executive conference room, Whitmore already irritated, checking his Rolex every 30 seconds. Harper, make this quick. I've got a tea time. I sit down anyway, binder in my lap, burner phone in my bag. Mr. Whitmore, Mrs. Caldwell. What I'm about to show you requires your full attention. I slide the binder across the table. Cover reads, Meridian Culture Audit. Confidential. It lands heavy. Good, it should feel heavy. I have uncovered a pattern of harassment, theft, and insubordination that threatens this company at a systemic level. Whitmore flips it open and stops at one word: theft. Who's stealing? Service technicians using company tools for personal side jobs. See page 17. Ms. Caldwell turns a few pages, voice calm. And harassment? Widespread inappropriate remarks, gender-based undermining, threat language, and discussion of removing an executive. Whitmore keeps reading, his forehead creases. Hold on. This quote from Ron. She sucks the oxygen out of every room. Where exactly did this come from? Ms. Caldwell taps another line with one manicured nail. And this one? If I find out who snitched, they're gonna need body work. This is verbatim. I sit up straighter. Finally they get it. I have audio for every quoted statement. Whitmore looks up slowly. Audio? What, they left you voicemails? No. I recorded them. Ms. Caldwell freezes, actually freezes, then closes the binder very carefully, looks at me over her glasses, voice suddenly flat in a way that makes my stomach drop. Harper, explain recorded. I feel myself speeding up, trying to sound professional, trying to stay ahead of their reaction. I installed voice-activated monitoring devices in key areas for compliance observation, offices, break rooms, service areas, locker room, silence, not normal. Silence, vacuum, silence like the air got pulled out of the room. Whitmore's face changes color in real time. Annoyed to red, red to purple. You bugged my dealership? I monitored the workplace for compliance. I hear how insane that sounds and keep going anyway. I am the chief people officer. I have a duty to know what's happening in the culture, Ms. Caldwell stands up so fast her chair scrapes. She is shaking, not scared, furious. You bugged the locker room? Yes. That's where the most toxic conversations happen. You recorded employees while they were changing. I didn't record video. It's audio only. She slams a hand on the table. It does not matter. Then she starts yelling full volume real rage. This is felony territory. Invasion of privacy. Unlawful interception. Locker room. That is a textbook reasonable expectation of privacy. Do you understand you could go to prison for this? I blink at her brain trying to catch up. But the harassment, but the oppression, but the pattern, she cuts me off. The law does not care about your graduate thesis. Whitmore is breathing too fast. Now hands on his head. Ms. Caldwell keeps going. You have exposed this company to catastrophic liability. If those techs find out you recorded them in a locker room, they will own this building. Whitmore snaps. They'll own all my buildings. He's pacing now, actually panicking. Get the devices. Right now. Where are they? I hear my own voice come out tiny. They're still active. Whitmore stops dead. Oh my God, hands over face. Ms. Caldwell already has her phone out. I have to call the district attorney. We self-report immediately. Before an employee finds one, we throw you to the wolves and pray they spare the company. You can't do that. I'm the whistleblower. She turns on me so hard I flinch. You are not a whistleblower. You are a criminal, and not even a competent one. 11:34 a.m., police arrive, not one cruiser, 3 because Ms. Caldwell told them there were illegal recording devices in sensitive employee areas. They treat it like a hazardous scene, like a bomb call, uniforms flood. The showroom customers staring sales guys backing away. Vincent comes out of his office jacket, off sleeves rolled. What the hell is going on? Lead officer walks straight to me. Harper Collins? Yes. You are under arrest for unlawful interception of communications and invasion of privacy. They cuff me in the middle of the showroom, right there under the lights in front of the Bentleys, in front of Maya. She looks at me and her face is not grateful, not relieved, horrified. Harper, were you recording us? I did it for you. To catch Vincent. Vincent steps closer to the officer, voice tight. Recording us? Like what? Conversations? The officer says it like he's reading weather. Everything we can confirm, including locker rooms. Apparently, and I watch Vincent's face go cold, real cold. Not sales floor charm, not fake patience, actual violated human anger. He looks at me like he doesn't know me at all. You sick freak! I start shouting while they pull me toward the doors. I was fighting for workplace equity. I was documenting misconduct. Nobody cares. Service guys come pouring out from the back. Jace and Eddie among them. They see the evidence bags. They see my cuffs. They start yelling, lock her up, psycho. Told you she was a witch. Someone laughs. Someone spits near my shoes. They shove me into the back of a police SUV. Smells like old vomit and hot plastic door. Slams through the glass. I can see Whitmore up in my old office window, the watchtower, the ivory cage. He's on the phone with insurance, shaking his head like he's watching storm damage. I spend 48 hours in County Orange jumpsuit. Not flattering, not minimal, not anything. Just scratchy, polyester, and humiliation. My parents don't bail me out right away. My mother says I need to sit with consequences, which is exactly the kind of sentence a woman like her saves for maximum damage. My lawyer is a public defender because Ms. Caldwell made sure Meridian froze every dollar of severance I thought I was owed. Charges are brutal. 12 counts, invasion of privacy, 6 counts, illegal, wiretapping/interception. The locker room recordings hit local news before arraignment headline basically calls me a peeping Tom HR director spying on mechanics. They frame me as a pervert. Not a reformer, not a whistleblower, a pervert. I lose my job, I lose my condo, can't cover rent. I lose the leased Audi repo guy, takes it while I'm signing paperwork. No music, just chain noise and paperwork. I plead guilty. Not because I think I'm morally wrong, because trial would play the tapes in open court, and I cannot survive hearing all of it in public sentence 2 years. Probation, 1,000 hours, community service, felony, record. 18 months later, 33F, shared house. 4 roommates, bad side of town, thin walls, mold in the bathroom corner. I work at the DMV. Now not manager, not supervisor, counter, clerk, window. 4. I process license renewals and title transfers, fluorescent light purgatory, angry people crying, kids printer jams. My boss is a woman named Brenda. She is meaner than Vincent ever was. She times my bathroom breaks. She barks if I don't smile at customers. One afternoon, a guy in a suit steps up to my window. Expensive cologne, Tom Ford. Maybe not Vincent, but close enough to sting. He slides papers over. Hey, sweetheart, can we speed this up? I got a meeting, sweetheart. Old me would have corrected him. Old me would have documented tone, wording, power posture. Old me would have opened a file. New me sees the felony checkbox on my employment record. New me sees the late rent notice in my bag. I swallow the rage tastes like bile. I smile anyway. Certainly, sir. Just need your signature here. He signs, hands it back. Thanks, doll. You should smile more. Pretty face like that. Something in me folds a little more. Have a nice day, sir. I stamp the form. Thunk, thunk. The stamp sound is the only power I have left. I look at the clock, 3 p.m. 2 more hours until I can go back to my room. Not apartment room, and sit in the quiet. I don't record anything anymore. I do not want to hear what people say when I'm not in the room. I already know I'm the system error, and I got deleted that feeling when the patriarchy didn't actually beat me. My own ego did that feeling, when I weirdly missed the espresso machine.